I'll never let this Chocolate Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After more than 20 years in television news, our MC today is an Emmy Award-winning journalist, most recognized for her long career as anchor at Fox 5 News Las Vegas. In 2018, she launched her own reality show podcast with her national show scheduled to debut this fall. Please welcome Monica Jackson.
Yes! All right. Hey, everybody, how you guys doing? Yeah, baby, we came to talk about some jewels today, didn't we? I am so excited to be here. I got to tell you, I met this family years ago, and one of the things I kept hearing on the red carpet, you guys didn't know what everybody was saying. You kept talking about the love, that family bond, the emotion that goes in. I was telling Eddie and Musa, I said, you know, the jewelry is okay. Jewelry is good. But the thing that keeps you all coming back is the love that they have in this family. And I think it's very important in the world that we're living in today. You don't hear that very much. So thank you all for sharing that with me. That made me feel good, because when you associate with a body of people, an organization, whatever it may be, you love to hear about the little things. As they say, the love is in the details, right? And I think this family has really pulled it off. So it is Vegas, so it's time to get this party started. All right. Welcome to the Vian Red Carpet Revue 2020, folks. To everyone here in the Delfino Ballroom and here at the Venetian in Las Vegas, and our Vian fans watching at home all around the world and on social media, it really is good to be back here. And believe me, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. It really is. For those who know me, they know me well. But no, it really is good to be back here at the Vian Red Carpet Revue. I love this brand. Oh, and by the way, they were dressing me with the jewelry. I'm wearing $200,000, ladies.
Yes, indeed.
All the single ladies, better tap him on the shoulder and get this baby. Thank you. Hey, and I want to invite you guys to check out my show, mojshow.com. I started my own show. We're doing podcasts, but as Claire was saying, this fall, keep your prayers up for me, because I'm looking forward to moving my show to the Las Vegas Strip. So I'm excited about the future. Thank you. And you can follow me on MOJ Show on Twitter and on Facebook, and then on Instagram, follow me at MOJ Show and the number 1. So folks, let's get down to business. I really am honored to be emceeing the 20th anniversary Vian Red Carpet Revue. I am most definitely celebrating the Diamond Jubilee of chocolate diamonds, along with all the other gorgeous gems that you all have seen and that Vian will be showing today. And I especially love all of the shimmering styles that we are seeing tonight, what's going to be launched. And I got to tell you, I did a podcast with Eddie just 2 days ago. Now, like I said, I've been knowing him for a couple years, right? So we're sitting in one of the rooms at another ballroom, and I said, okay, Eddie, we're going to start the podcast, and I just want you to go. Just go. He starts talking about these diamonds and how the family came together and how the emotion goes into the diamonds. And then I asked the question, I said, Eddie, if a young man is looking to propose to a woman and he's looking at Vian, how do you recommend he do that? I'm not kidding. By the time Eddie got finished describing the whole scenario, because I told him, I said, give me like a little scenario, right? I said, well, wait, how long have you been married? It was so romantic the way he described how that scenario should go. I thought, no wonder you're so successful. This is pretty badass, what you just said. So if you check out my podcast, you'll hear it, and it was so romantic. Again, it just lends to the fact that this family is very successful. So we do have a great show for all of you this evening, incredible jewelry and innovative Vian trends to welcome in 2020. plus the trends in fashion, presented by Bazaar's fashion and beauty editor, Avril Graham, and an incredible runway show. And folks, before I get on with the show, I just want to introduce you to my family, my husband and my manager, Delano Jackson, our special guest, Stuart Sobek. Stuart is the creator, founder, chairman of the Concours d'Elegance, the high-end car show that's coming to Las Vegas. There's going to be several cars there, but $33 million. One of the cars, it's going to sit on a $2 million carpet. Talk to him before you leave. Yeah. My son, D'Artagnan, he just turned 13, so we're dealing with the, hi, Mom. Hi, babe. How was school? It's good. Anything else happen? Nah, pretty normal. So we're in the teenage years now. And if you like the dress that I'm wearing, guess what? Avril, wherever you are, Renee Tyler, stand up. This lady, ladies and gentlemen, for all of us curvy girls, she is the only boutique on the Las Vegas Strip that caters to sizes 12 and up at the Palazzo. How about it for Renee Tyler? First and only on the Las Vegas Strip. Thank you guys for supporting me today and coming out. Again, we have a great show for you, incredible jewelry and innovative Levian trends to welcome in 2020, plus the trends in, like I said, the fashion. So let's get this show started. Please welcome Levian President Moussa Levian and designer and CEO and romantic Eddie Levian. You knew I was going to tell that story.
Thank you. I knew you were going to tell that story, but I didn't know the badass part. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2020 Vian Red Carpet Revue. We're excited to be back here at the Venetian and Sands, and 2020 is a pivotal year for us. It marks the 20th anniversary of doing the trend forecast. Believe it or not, it's the 20-year anniversary since the launch of chocolate diamonds. It also, in February, will be 20 years since the passing of our father and the passing of the baton to the 5 brothers and sisters. So this year's show, for those of you who are back, has a little different flavor in that there's more of a family flavor and more of a historical remembrance of the past. So, is that my mark to get off the stage? So, we've always been inspired by our history. And this year, for the first time, we're going to be unveiling our family tree. And Moussa, can you come and tell our guests a few words about our history?
I'll try. I don't know if I can do it as well as you, but I'll try. Thank you, Eddie. We're truly privileged to be a part of this rich heritage and legacy that was built with honest business dealings, discipline, integrity, patience, and perseverance. Always striving to overcome every obstacle with full faith in God and the will to excel as an industry leader. Our family and history from the beginning planted the seeds for what today is Levian. Our family's guardianship of the royal jewels lit the fire that became our passion for gems. And yes, Eddie, our family dates back 300 years, 10 generations in fact. Our legacy was passed generation to generation, and here we are today. There's no heritage of this magnitude in the entire jewelry world. Here is the Levian untold story, including a special 20th anniversary tribute to our dad, Abdurrahim Ephraim Levian, a man we called Papa. God bless his dear memory.
Levian traces its jewelry roots to 1500 as exemplified by this jade slide, circa 1500, featuring a hammered bold gold element, a sign of what is to come in 2020. The Levian family traces its family tree back 10 generations to 1746. In 1746, Nadir Shah conquered India and brought back its priceless royal jewels. King Nadir Shah chose the Levian family to guard the royal jewels of India. Among the jewels the Levian family were chosen to protect were the famed Kohinoor diamond and the peacock throne. Abraham and his family were the first Levians 10 generations ago who were entrusted with safeguarding the royal jewels at Nadir Shah's capital. The Levian family created the jeweled turquoise elephant as a tribute to Nadir Shah. As we began the 20th century, the Levian family continued to grow, leading to Levian's U.S. founder, Abdel Rahim Ephraim Levian, who was born in 1922. A. Levian met the love of his life, Harriet Asami, during World War II. They were engaged 4 years later and wed in the summer of 1947. Mr. Levian and his newlywed wife had their first child in 1948, a baby girl named Elizabeth. Then in 1951, had their first son, Lawrence. Mr. Levian traveled to America in 1950 to establish the American branch of Levian as A. Levian Company in New York. By 1952, success was achieved. Tragedy struck the Levian family twice in the 1950s. First in 1955, with the loss of their third child at 1 week old to infant crib death. Then again in 1956, when Elizabeth contracted leukemia and died in her parents' arms. The Levians moved to America in April 1958 and welcomed their first American baby, Eddie, 2 weeks later, followed by the second Elizabeth, Musa, and Susanna over the next 10 years. A. Levian was a revered, self-educated, humble leader in the jewelry industry, a trailblazer esteemed for his exemplary character and his unstinting dedication to support immigrants and the underprivileged. He was also very passionate about supporting children's charities, a result of the terrible losses of his children. With great determination, A. Levian revived the lost art of invisible settings. The styling and construction of modern jewelry owes much to his vision. Upon his death on February 7, 2000, he passed the baton, the Levian Company, to his children.
Thank you. And while my mother could not travel, she'll soon be celebrating her 90th birthday, and she doesn't travel anymore. But my brother Larry is here with us, and I wanted to recognize him. You might have seen his picture as a young boy in the video, and we're very happy that he was able to be here. Larry was always a great public speaker, and he was also the family historian. He translated some of the memoirs of my great-grandfather, who interviewed the elders of his time, which documented some of the stories of the elders of what happened during the time of Nadir Shah. So Larry always played a central role in telling the story of Levian during our times. And 20 years ago, with the passing of our father, he was also very saddened. And shortly after, he contracted Parkinson's disease. And while this disease has been really hard on Larry, and today he's unable to speak, and he needs assistance in walking, but he's actually a big inspiration to us. He doesn't want anybody's sympathy. He never complains. He's always thankful and happy to be with us. And he comes to work every single day. So he inspires us with his positive attitude. And he still publishes a monthly magazine that he had started about 20 years ago. So we wanted Larry to have a role in tonight's program. And so what he did was, well, he can't speak, he can write. And so on your tables, you see a tribute to our late father, the ABCs of A. Levian, that Larry wrote. And so thank you, Larry, and you're welcome to take a copy of that. And Larry was the first to learn the business from our dad, being the firstborn son. And Larry was actually born while our father came to the U.S. to set the U.S. division, to set up the U.S. division of Levian. So Dad didn't get to meet Larry till he was 2 years old. So that's an interesting factor there. And but I think many of the things, Musa, many things that Dad did, to this day we talk about it and how it inspires us and drives us in what we do in business. So maybe you can come and talk a little bit about what kind of a man he was.
He was a very special man, a family man with a heart of gold. Always there for us, always there to help others, both in business and in personal life. We are so blessed to have been born into such a warm, loving home with parents who were happily married for 53 years. They devoted all their lives to raising us and grooming us for the roles we play today. As teenagers, our summers were spent traveling with our salesmen, going on the road trips to discover America, or visiting different parts of the world with Dad as he met with his business partners. In our 20s, we were all managing a division of A. Levian, learning and training how to run and manage a business. The lessons of love and unity were always at the forefront, while building a good name and great work ethics, honesty and integrity were the secrets to the path of success. We cherish the many powerful life lessons that Dad taught us, always by his actions. It was absolutely incredible to watch his business dealings, creating lifelong relationships. Dad had many exceptional character traits that stood out. Leading by example was one of them. If someone would do him wrong, he would repay with good, always showing the proper path to follow. In business, Dad was a visionary, always one step ahead, setting new trends and finding a niche for his business. He was an honorable man who built a special reputation and a great name like no other. He was a pioneer introducing traveling gem and jewelry salesmen to our industry. Becoming the king of turquoise in the 70s and 80s, and a world leader in Tanzanite in the 90s, he planted the seeds for what has become a world-renowned brand name of chocolate diamond by Levian. We owe everything we have accomplished in our lives to our great Dad, whose memory will always be in our hearts and minds, and to our beautiful mom, that is the shining light of our lives. As the last century came to a close, when Dad passed, my siblings and I took the baton and began to forge our path as leaders of Levian. I will let Eddie tell that story.
Would have been good if I would have kept up with you here. How many pages did you speak, Musa?
I don't know.
I thought we decided we're going to keep this even.
Usually you manage to buy more time. So.
Well, for those of you who have a lot of siblings, you know how it works. Yeah. The middle child always gets the short end of the stick. Well, I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into our point of view. So, in the year 2000, our late father passes away, and the baton passes to the Levians. And we found ourselves in a world where women would complain that jewelry stores were a sea of sameness. And we looked into that and we realized many jewelry stores had built their businesses on the engagement ring sale, and the first purchase was always to almost always to a man who would be proposing to a woman. Well, so what's the problem with that? The problem is the brains of us men don't work the same as the brains of the women. While we love to be heroes, but we never want to be wrong. And the last thing that a woman wants is to see herself coming and going. And she finds herself in a world of mass production where she has lost her ability to express her individuality. And jewelry, which has been one of the last elements, symbols of her individuality, was becoming genericized. So we set out to change the industry, and it was a big, bold step. We said, well, there should be trends, because the woman doesn't want to have the same safe piece of jewelry that she wears for the next 20 years, which in those days, you know, after the engagement ring, it was the Lady Di everybody would get, and then the guy thought he was off the hook forever. So we set up the trend forecast. We gave ourselves the job to forecast the trends because there was nobody forecasting jewelry trends. We established ties with the fashion editors so that we can collaborate and tie it to the fashion trends. And we connected to the celebrities in Hollywood so that they are the royalty of today. And we decided to create all original new designs. So we made a rule that nothing that Levian makes would be inspired by others, that we would always start with a pencil and paper drawing. And that fountain of innovation was funded by a multi-million-dollar budget. And so this became the strategy that we devised to make thousands of new styles a year and many new collections a year and bring that newness to the stores and to the collectors that buy Levian. And so that was our mark in the industry. And that was 20 years ago. And today, all the people who snickered about who do these Levians think who forecast the trends can come and see all of the industry leaders and collectors who come from around the country and around the world to be with us. But to any family business, your survival depends on the next generation's ability to step up and take the helm and make its mark. And so we're very proud that 5 members of the next generation of the Levians have done so over the last 20 years, starting with Emmanuel, and then Raphael. These are Liz's sons, Jonathan, my son, and Joshua and Jason, Musa's sons. And the next generation has really started to play an instrumental role in where Levian is. I wanted to talk a minute about Raphael. He, this would have been his 37th birthday. And he joined Levian in the early 2000s after he got his computer science degree. And he set up our first website. But he was stricken, at an early age with diseases. At the age of 11, he was stricken with Crohn's, and then later on, it turned into cancer. And so he suffered for 25 years before he passed away. But Raphael went into remission 3 times. The first time when he was about 20 and when he met his love of his life, Melody, and it gave him enough of a chance to get married. And miraculously, a second time when he became the father of his son Adam, and a third time when his beautiful daughter Leah was born. So he ended up, you know, while we're very saddened, and if you're wondering why Liz isn't here today, it's because she's still in the year of mourning. The year ends later this month, and so she cannot come into an event like this. But when we look at Raphael's life, we're also inspired because we see that he was able to leave 2 beautiful children behind who really carry many of his characteristics. And so what we see is while we lost Raphael, he found a way to come back and live on through his amazing children. So we wanted to share, it's really a personal video, and I hope, you know, this is, as I told you, it's a little bit of a family atmosphere today, but it's a video about Raphael. Last year was his 36th birthday while we were doing the fashion show in Vegas, and we couldn't be there, but there was a tribute made, so if you could please show the Raphael video.
Just before I started my first round of treatment, I was planning to send an email to the cousins to suggest that we actually do something like this right about now. And I was hoping that we could continue this tradition of getting together once a month, hopefully on the monthly anniversary of Manajun's passing, to celebrate just being together and the fact that we haven't been able to do this in a while, and hopefully being able to do it again and again and staying close.
Thanks for always giving me advice and helping me in tough situations. I love you. Come home soon.
Nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fire left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. It's been 2 years, I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in
Happy birthday to the strongest, most inspiring guy we know.
We love you, Raph. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
We love you!
Wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream, I'm loud tonight. Can you?
Happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday, Ralph. We love you.
Happy birthday, Rob. To my #1 cousin, sorry couldn't be with you on your birthday, but we'll come back right after your birthday and spend it with you and celebrate twice as hard.
Many more smachot for you. We hope to be celebrating your 120th birthday in good health.
Raphael, your place is really empty here. We miss you. We love you. Wish you a happy birthday. Wish you were here with us. We've been talking about you and gonna talk about you all show with everybody. Wish you all the best. Happy birthday.
We miss you, we love you. Hope you could be here next year. And hopefully we come back to you and visit you more often.
We love you and you're such a great inspiration to all.
No, I've still got a lot of fire left in me.
Musa, would you please?
We celebrate your life today and every day, Raphael. 2020 marks the 20th anniversary of Chocolate Diamonds and our Chocolate Diamond Jubilee. Yes, our dad planted the seed, and my dear brother Eddie, his brilliant mind, helped it grow. People may talk about a diamond in the rough, but finding a chocolate diamond in the rough is even rarer. We discovered those special diamonds that people are craving for all over the world. It's really amazing how the story of Chocolate Diamond has evolved through the years. Please watch our video, The Evolution of Chocolate Diamond.
The evolution of Le Vian chocolate diamonds is a story told in 4 segments. Chocolate and vanilla, the period from 2000, when Le Vian first launched chocolate diamonds, to 2004. The collections focused on wide bands and featured pave-set chocolate diamonds in vanilla gold with vanilla diamonds. The clusters design was also introduced, along with hearts and flowers, including the first iconic chocolate flower ring that became a red carpet favorite. The craving for chocolate diamonds intensified during the period from 2005 to 2009. Named chocolate and strawberry gold for the proprietary flavor of gold with a softer tone of pink that better complemented chocolate diamonds. This period also saw the registration of chocolate diamonds. Chocolate solitaires, the first Gladiator, and the first Le Vian chocolate timepieces were also launched. The period from 2010 to 2014 brought the Gladiator evolution, with styles that included the Gladiator weave, swirls, loop, and super Gladiators with bolder, larger styles. Le Vian also added a sweet touch to its iconic buckle design. Chocolate and nude, the period spanning 2014 to today, ushered in new patented designs like chocolate ombre, featuring the Le Vian bolo bracelet. Tiara rings followed the latest royal wedding. Chocolate layer cake and chocolate souffle, the latest confection by the Le Vian chocolatier, were introduced.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Musa. You did a fantastic job, as usual. I don't know how I'm going to be able to step into those shoes one day. But maybe we can show the design video. Tony, while I talk about the designs, I guess we created this little vignette of a video to really drive the message to the collectors that everything we do starts with an inspiration of a flower or an item or something that leads us to draw the sketch. And so, there's some of the iconic pieces, and you see the pictures that helped us get to that. The other thing I wanted to tell you, some of the historical videos that we made, including the history of chocolate diamonds or the design videos, are made to be available if any of our stores would like to put them on content on their websites and so forth. You're able to use them. So I guess we wanted you to understand why this is not just a business for us. Why is it that we care so much about charity? Why is it that our board mandates that we have to give a minimum of 10% of our pre-tax profits to charity? And sometimes it ends up being a lot more. Last year we ended up donating, I think, 20% of our pre-tax profits. So, you saw in the video how we've lost my sister, the first Liz, how we lost another brother, and how more recently we lost my nephew. And so these children's charities that help the children in need have a special place in our hearts. And every year we have made this event a way to raise money for the children's charities. We raise money for the Jewelers for Children, which is an umbrella organization that helps many charities for children, such as Make-A-Wish Foundation, CASA, and especially we also raise money separately for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And I wanted to tell you that my nephew Raphael had a dream, because as a cancer patient, he saw that many of the charities are dealing with how to treat the disease, but they don't understand that the person who gets stricken and their families need support as well. And so he formed the Rafa Foundation, that its mission is to support the families of people who are stricken with cancer. So this year, a part of our proceeds will be going to that as well. And so as far as, if it's okay with you, we'll just take a couple of minutes. The Levian family, I know we said 150, Musa, but I'd like to raise it to 175. So we'll match up to 175 in donations made today. So we only have a few, we're gonna do the balloons. So we only have a few balloons for anybody who would like to make a donation. We have balloons and roses for you and your women of your life, so, or men of your life. So Patrick, if you can help me. And so if anybody would like to make my job easy and just say 175, I'll be really thankful. Do I hear 175?
Would anybody like? Perfect. I have.
What do we have?
Cecil.
100? 175!
Cecil Pruitt.
So could you please announce?
You want your name?
Oh, Cecil Pruitt.
Cecil Pruitt, $175,000. And you can choose to make your donation to JFC, St. Jude, or Rafa Foundation, or split it in any way that you wish. And for anybody, if we run out of balloons or time, we have put a charity spot on our website so that you can go in and make your donations. Every dollar counts. So anybody else? Do we have anyone at 100,000?
Any amount.
Do we have anybody at 50,000? Okay, this is your last chance. 50,000 going once, 50,000 twice. Okay. Do we have anybody at 10,000?
Right here, Eddie.
Okay, we have two.
Thank you.
In honor of my wonderful two friends, Musa and Eddie, and your families, it'll be an honor to give you $10,000.
Thank you.
By the way, my name is Moshe Vardi, and I know very few of you know me. The slogan started where we started together.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else at 10,000? Patrick, we have a hand up on this side.
All right, I'm following the balloons. Here we go. Here we go. Very nice, Mr. Parker.
Eddie, thank you for all the work and mafus that you do for the children. This is from Karen and Mike Corcoran, $10,000 for your St. Jude's endeavors. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we have anybody else at 10,000? 10,000 once, 10,000 twice? Okay, how about 5,000? Do we have anybody at 5,000? We have one at 5,000 here.
There we go. Paul?
I don't really need to say anything. Thank you so much for all that you guys do. You guys are just unbelievable when it comes to what you do for charity, so I'm happy to give you 5,000. I might give you some of my Signet stock, but no, I'm going to hold on to Signet stock. It's undervalued. It's undervalued. I'll keep that.
Be careful.
Careful. Careful.
Yeah, right.
The quarterly announcement is coming out soon. You might wish you hadn't given it away.
Anyone else?
Okay. Anybody else at 5,000? 5,000 once, 5,000 twice? Okay. Do we have $1,000? Anybody at 1,000? Okay, we have several. Sorry, did I go down too fast? Should we go to 5,000? Was that one or five?
Script again. Here you are. You may know who you are.
Thank you, Eddie. That's why I came here. I believe in giving to all charities, and our will is laid out that way. I'm just glad I can help in some small way.
Thank you so much. Okay, we had another hand over.
Can I see it right over here?
We have a hand over here.
Ah, I know this nice young lady. Miss Tina.
Please announce your.
My name is Sheila Turner, and I'm giving I'll pledge $1,000 in the honor of Levion family. So they've been so kind, and they've made me some beautiful pieces over the years. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else?
No,
we have over here.
We got a couple over here.
Okay. Patrick, you got to do this faster.
I'm moving.
We can't get to 1 million at this space.
We'll do 1,000 for St. Jude's. Love the family, love the jewelry, love the camaraderie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Saw another hand over here. Oh, we'll go right here.
Hi, Eddie. As a general contractor that specializes in cancer centers, I pledge 1,000 to St. Jude's as well. And thank you.
Thank you, and God bless you.
I see one up here, Eddie. I'll be back.
Please announce the names.
Yes.
Please give them the credit.
Oh, Tracy Donovan.
Tracy Donovan.
Thank you.
Here we go. We got a couple over here. Who wants first? Here we go. Ladies first.
I'd like to donate. My name is Janet Hauser. I would like to donate $1,000 in honor of Raphael.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Frank Maniele. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Charla. And Shannon, thank you for that wonderful piece. We own and operate a hospice business, and I hate to call it a business, but what we do is to humanity, and looking and hearing Raphael's story, I'm touched by it. And we will donate in the name of Integrity Hospice Care in honor of Raphael, and help with that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I saw back here. Oh, I'm running. I feel like Phil Donahue. I'm dating myself.
On, Patrick, run.
I'm going.
We only have 900 to go.
I know. Hey. Whoa.
We'd like to donate $1,000 from JCK. Thanks for all you do for the industry, these wonderful charities, and for JFC.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Is there another hand back
Actually, the JCK Industry Fund gives back hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to different charities, and I know because they put me on the board of it. So.
I'm being directed over here. Cheryl, bring the balloon. It helps me. Where am I going? Who? I needed to turn around. Hello. sir.
On behalf of all of your friends at sea, 50 plus ships that sell your product, we would like to make a donation of $1,000 to the Rafa Foundation as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, anybody else?
Here we are. I know this table. Hello.
Thank you. From our family at Macy's to yours, we will donate $1,000 from our Macy's family here today. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
In light of the mood of the room, I'm Sonia Brown, my husband Chris, and I would like to donate $1,000 also.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris
I
and
still got
Sonia.
some balloons left.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
$1,000.
There we go. All right. Hello, sir.
I know this guy.
I know this guy.
So my name is Bob McDaniel. We support a charity that rang true when I heard the story of Rafa and his support of those who are stricken by cancer, not necessarily treating the symptoms, but treating the families. So it'd be our honor on his behalf to donate $1,000 as well.
Thank you very much. Okay, $1,000. Anybody else?
No. I do feel it, Phil Donahue.
Hi, I'm Hong Kong origin Swiss watch manufacturer supplied to Levian for chocolate watches. I'm willing to donate $10,000. Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
Good thing we invited you, Eddie. Okay,
There we
anybody
go.
else at
Over here, Eddie.
$10,000?
Here we go. Here we go.
We're
Do we
going
need
back
to go
up
back
now.
up? I'm not sure. Here you
Okay.
are.
Hey, my name is Dennis from Metro, China, and we are Metro's potential partner in China. Love is global. We are going to bring love and loving to China.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
By the way, we are donating 2,000.
2,000.
$2,000.
I like it.
I don't know if you can deduct it in your Chinese taxes, but certainly you can deduct it in your American taxes. Okay. Anybody else at $2,000? How about $1,000? Do we have any more at $1,000?
Here we go.
Oh, before you speak, this is the famous Shannon. If for those of you who may not know her, and the truth of the matter is that those three pieces that you saw sketched up there, the artist behind them was Shannon herself. And for our collectors, you know, she actually designs a private collection of one-of-a-kind type pieces that we bring for the private viewings, and they're sold to our best collectors. So thank you, Shannon.
2,000 for Rafa.
Thank you, Shannon Kelly. Okay. Well, we got to move the show on. Anybody else? 2,000? 1,000? We have somebody over here. Okay, run,
Go both ways.
Patrick.
I'm going. Where? Whoa, whoa,
Come
whoa.
on, balloon
Give me a-
guys,
help
run.
me, help me. Where am I
Cheryl.
going?
Oh, we have somebody over here too?
Here we go.
Okay.
Patrick, I purposely wanted to see you run all the way across the room.
I
so
appreciate
waited.
that.
So, yeah.
Keep fit.
My name's Troy Skeen, and my wife and I run a company called GPI Defense, and we do a lot of the security for Levian. And Eddie, we'd like to give $2,500 towards it. So.
Thank you.
All right,
Okay,
I'm coming, Cheryl.
Patrick.
Here I come. Whoa, these shoes are not made for running. See what happens here? I'm telling you. Boom. There we are.
So in the spirit of family-owned businesses, on behalf of my employer, Nasser Jewelers, although I'm not a blood relative, it is now my family, and having been stricken by cancer in my family and friends, Nasser Jewelers would like to donate $1,000.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nasser Jewelers. Okay, $1,000. Anybody else going once? Going twice? Do I see any hands? Okay. How about $500? Do we have any of $500?
Right up front. Here we go. There you are.
Hi, my name is Marie Reiner with Reiner's Jewelers in Gretna, Louisiana. I wish I could donate a lot more, and thank you everyone who has donated what you have. It's amazing. On behalf for Raphael, we have been following his journey with Farzan, who has kept us informed. My mother-in-law herself is fighting cancer. We'd like to donate $500, and Levion is an outstanding company.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.
Thank you to Reiner's. Okay, anybody else? $500?
Oh, here we go. There you are. Hi.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey.
I'm Christina Pate, and have been working with the Levion collections for a long time. I know the family, gotten to know a lot of y'all, and appreciate everything you do for not only for charities, but also for the hearts of women everywhere. I'd like to donate $500.
Thank you, Christina.
Do I see someone over here?
Thank you. From our small jewelry store family business of Osborne Jewelers, my husband and I, Ken and Joanne Osborne, would like to donate $1,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
We're getting one of these.
Okay, guys, we're going to have to wrap it up because they're going to have that, you know, the cane that they pulled me off the stage.
Jonathan's doing the, you know, he's got the cane ready to
please go ahead.
Oh, all right, all right.
Okay, and this is Ron and Abby Meyer. We're collectors, and we'll donate $500 as well.
Thank you, Ron and Abby.
Thank you.
And I want to, I want to be able to move it forward. So we will, as I said, we will recognize all of the people who donate on our website, and you will be also recognized by the charities that you designate. And so there were several people who sent checks in. Susan Adams at $500, Kara Sharp at $250, Michelle Kinnear at $200, Linda Clace at $200, Carol Kleingartner at $200, Linda Horrell at $100, Gary Bond at $100, Sheila Turner at $100, Tina Davenport at $75, Estelle Hedaya at $52, Jessica Haley at $50, and Sherry Caswell at $50. So,
thank you.
How about that? Musa, I think, this is really, I know it took a lot of time. I know you didn't say no when I raised our match from 150 to 175. But I think I'm calculating that the donations here have surpassed additional 200. So would you agree that we take our match to 200? Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you like to come? Eddie, if I could, I'm right over here in the corner. There you go. What? Right here. He wants to donate. I just wanted to give him the opportunity. He works here, but he grabbed me up to the side and said, "Hey." So here you are.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Diego Mario Gallieri. I'm a little nervous, but my father, he died at a young age, at 55, of cancer. Having the honor of working here tonight, I saw the video and it made me cry. And I'm a single father. I have a little 7-year-old daughter. And on behalf of my daughter, Isabella, and my father, I would like to make a small contribution of $200.
Thank you. Thank you, Diego.
I wish it was more. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. I don't know how you're going to serve those chocolate martinis with a balloon and a rose in your hand.
We'll figure it out.
But, you know, you're the only one who got a standing ovation, so bravo. So we're very happy that for more than a decade we have partnered with Harper's Bazaar in our trend forecast. And part of the way that this works is that we have built a trust with each other, that there's editor-in-chief Glenda Bailey and their senior executive editor of Beauty and Fashion, Avril Graham, and the other editorial team and publishing team meet with us, and we discuss where the trends are going. They give us a preview of what their fashion trend forecast is, and we tell them what our jewelry trend forecast is, and we adjust it so that they fit each other better. So that's really where this comes from. And so the editor of Harper's Bazaar, Glenda Bailey, you know, you may have seen, she's not like that other editor, the Devil Wears Prada, you know. She is a down-to-earth person. She is a kind-hearted person. She is somebody that you would just love to have a lunch with. And so she recorded a message. She couldn't be with us, so she recorded a message. So Tony, do you want to play that video from Glenda Bailey?
Hello all, and welcome to the Vian Red Carpet Revue. Harper's Bazaar's love affair with Vian is long-standing, so I'm of course thrilled to introduce this evening's event. As a forever friend and partner of the brand, I've long admired the way in which Vian honours its rich history, all the while charting new fashion frontiers. Bazaar too lives by this mission. Bold, beautiful, and innovative. Vian jewellery regularly graces the pages of Bazaar, and I'm constantly captivated by their creative use of colour. Case in point, Vian was the first to make popular deep brown diamond designs. In fact, 2020 marks the 20th anniversary of Vian chocolate diamonds, and I, for one, can't wait to celebrate. Here's to many more milestones and gemstones from Vian. Thank you so much for joining tonight, and please enjoy the show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. First of all, I didn't mention that she is Commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, now been Dame. So she is now Dame Glenda Bailey. So if you're watching me live on Facebook or YouTube, Glenda, sorry about that. I'm just getting used to calling you Dame. But she has a royal title. She actually flew last week to the UK to be bestowed the honor by the royalty. And so we're really, really happy about that. I have another news to announce. Mr. Cecil Pruitt, I guess since we took up our number to 200, he's agreed to take his number up to $200,000. So we're very thankful. Our next speaker covers the royal weddings and can be seen on national TV shows for Bazaar. We're thankful for having her with us tonight. So please join me in welcoming Harper Bazaar Executive Fashion and Beauty Editor, Avril Graham.
Thank you, Eddie. Wow. Not only have we a generous crowd, but we've got a fabulous host. If only you could be a fly on the wall to hear our lunches that we have on the 44th floor of Hearst Tower. Every year we sit and we have lunch and we go through all of the sort of gossip of the year with Eddie and Glenda. And when we dropped the bombshell that Jennifer Aniston was going to be wearing Levian whilst topless, as one of our covers, Eddie was going, really? And Glenda's going, but you don't see anything. She's covering everything. But she is wearing Levian diamonds, as am I. So it's always a joy to work with you. We absolutely feel like part of your family and are so honored to be part of this family. It really has been an incredible joy to be part of this year after year. So with that said, in a non-Devil Wears Prada way, we're going to talk a little bit about trends. Now, I've got a little time to do this, so I'm going to do this rapid fire. If we can put our first slide up here, which is where we find that I might be talking amongst myself a little bit. Oh, okay. So whilst I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm going to go back a little bit here. Okay. So our first fashion trend forecast. Okay, so I know a lot of you have been talking about the jewelry situation for the next season, talking to clients, talking to retailers. It actually is amazing how much in sync we can be with all of those things. Now, there's a lot happening that's very simpatico with what Levian is doing this season, but I want to talk about that in a little bit. The first thing that we're going to have in our wardrobes, ladies, yes, it's back. That menswear tailoring, it's not going away. It is always seems to be on the runway. This time we're going to be seeing it with Prince of Wales checks, strong shoulder lines, power ladies wearing power looks. But we're going to make it a little sexier. We're going to cinch the waist in. So think about your husband's jacket, that Prince of Wales check, and add a great belt or add a little touch of something a little feminine along the lines. So we've shown it here, as seen at Givenchy, at Dolce & Gabbana, and at McQueen. So think about adding a frill or a little bit of a plunge of the neckline, accentuated with Levian diamonds, of course. The next one is kind of interesting how this is something else that's going to be simpatico with Eddie's trends, in that we're seeing a lot of winter florals that's going to be coming back. So you think about this for spring, summer, but this time we're going to be looking at this in our winter wardrobes. It's not just reserved for spring, but it's splashed across everything. We've seen sort of those rich separates and even things like bags and boots, such as a Michael Kors boot, and we're seeing that with an Oscar bag. So it just shows you that the rules can be broken and we can be wearing these sort of things for the new season. And it makes it much more modern than reverting back to that classic colors of browns and the dark colors. So we saw this everywhere, from Prada to Michael Kors to Dries Van Noten. It's everywhere. And I know that there's going to be a few Levian trends that actually match up with that, with a lot of berry colors. And I've got this divine, gorgeous, beautiful piece that I think would work quite well with some of these things. So it might be sneaking back on a red eye back to New York tonight. But I have a feeling that Eddie would probably be panting and running across the United States, trying to grasp it back. This is just a great shot that we've got from fall-winter collections that we put in the magazine, which just shows you the power of print is still upon us, folks. We can produce some spectacular and beautiful images that really are still like no other, proving that this is you dashing through the fall landscapes. If you're ever coming to look at the fall foliage, you're going to be doing so with a lot of floral colors. for this season. Doesn't it look great? Don't you think this is a great way of getting a little bit of like pizzazz into your wardrobe? Don't you want to be sitting just by those sort of empty trees with the leaves falling down, looking quite as glamorous as this? Don't you think? Bedecked in diamonds? Absolutely. So this next one I thought was kind of interesting because we're now heading back into that very sort of bourgeois look for the new season. And we've called it prep school because it almost looks like a sort of schoolgirl outfit in a sort of grown-up way. And this is all about wearing your blazer, but wear it with a great plissé, longer length skirt. If you don't want to go that whole masculine route. But it's almost back to those sort of like very kind of old-fashioned, like lean 70s style looks, but adding that with a new touch of silhouette. Nothing dates your wardrobe more than not embracing something new. Get out of that rut and start wearing new looks. That's what's going to keep it fresh. So we saw top handle bags at Ferragamo, we saw belted jackets at Givenchy, we saw the classic suede boots at Hermes, and this, by the way, if anyone asks you how to tie your scarf this season, is to fold it into one long square shape and then tie it round the neckline like that, as seen at Celine, which is the name on everyone's lips at the moment. And this is another one that is a little bit of an edgy one for people to sort of adopt this season. But pops of that bright neon color is absolutely everywhere. You know, you're thinking of those sort of highlighter colors, super bright colors. If it's a little bit too much for you, you don't want to stand out from the crowd too much, top to toe, think about this with a great edgy accessory. So we're seeing that with a great Valentino bag, Balenciaga bag, they use this as well, the boots off-white. And another little moment for the next season beyond this, which this is actually bringing a touch of the brightness to it, but a little bird tells me we're going to see a ton of tie-dye coming up in September. I've already been talking to a lot of the dye forecasters, and they're already selling a lot of that. So that will be on the runway next season. And yes, it's back again. We're going to have a ton of emeralds in terms of colors, in terms of jewels. I know that that's going to be a huge trend going forward and one that I'm particularly happy with. But wow, military green, back with a vengeance again. But again, like the menswear trend, does it ever really go away? We're seeing flight suits, navy jackets, pocket jackets, and army pants. And anyone that says to their husband, get rid of those cargo pants, no one's wearing them anymore, guess what? They are. So dig them out, and perhaps you can even embrace that as well. But the way to sort of sex it up in a way, if you're wanting that kind of cargo look and that military look, is do what Tom Ford did and add it with a touch of velvet, or Prada, for example, added a great touch of lace to theirs. This is a Stella McCartney hoodie. And I think you can see that you can actually make that quite feminine and quite chic. So that said, we're going to look and see what chic and beautiful trends are coming up from the Le Vian family that are going to work with some of these things that I've shown you tonight. But now let's see if Patrick is around. Thank you for having us every year, Eddie. We love you. Thank you.
Okay. We all having a good time? Having some fun? I see these balloons and I get like very excited. But now is the time you've been waiting for. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for us to talk about the 2020 Le Vian Trend Forecast. Are you ready? Huh? But before I do that, I'd like to invite back out my little neighborhood jewelry designer, Mr. Eddie Le Vian. Can you help me?
Patrick, you're doing a fantastic job. Go for it.
So we're going to start right off the bat. We're going to go.
I think they're sick and tired of hearing me. So.
Nobody's ever sick and tired yet. We're going to start out with trend number one. We're going to start out with the trend of the year. And I'm going to invite Miss Sheila Turner to stand up. The 2020 trend of the year is?
Oh my goodness, let's see. My favorite, bold gold. Of course, the gold plays a starring role as the 2020 trend of the year. The collections reveal bold luster of strawberry gold or honey gold as an element of designs accented in pattern with shimmering Levian nude diamonds in finishes that range from satin to glossy to brushed.
Wonderful. You can hold on to that. I'll be back. Thank you, Sheila. Next, I have Mr. and Mrs. Cochran. There we are. I see them. There we go. And we're going to be doing the 2020 Diamond of the Year, the Diamonds of the Year. Here you are.
Okay. And the diamonds of the year are
Chocolate and nude. The sweet, shimmering combination of chocolate diamonds. With nude diamonds, there are two natural colors. Natural tone diamonds provide a perfect combination.
looks are sleek and sexy modern and include the center stone chocolate diamonds and nude diamonds. 20th anniversary XX Gladiator design, new ombre inspired, chocolate souffle, and new creations in chocolate layer cake.
Wonderful. Thank you. Where's my friend Kim? Ah, I see you over there. Kim Crawford. Hello. Kim is going to be announcing our gem of the year.
The gem of the year is the Casa Smeralda Emeralds. Lively, fresh, and oh so precious, the Levian Casa Smeralda Emerald represents prosperity, rebirth, and serenity.
Thank you. Janet? I see my friend Janet back here. Janet Hoser. There we are. We're going to be announcing 2019 Fall Color of the Year. Colors, I should say.
The 2019 Fall Colors of the Year are Berrylicious Reds and Blues. Two colors are represented, red and blue. Together they represent a perfect sunset. Separately, two of America's favorite colors. Gems include Passion Ruby, Raspberry Rhodolite, Cornflower Ceylon Sapphire, Blueberry Tanzanite, my favorite, and Deep Sea Blue Topaz, plus ombre confections of Strawberry Layer Cake and Blueberry Layer Cake.
Thank you, Janet. Ooh, the Wyman's, we're at table 14, right here. Wonderful. The 2020 Spring Color of the Year.
2020 Spring Color of the Year are, I don't get just one, Levian's Nature Greens. Nature's gorgeous green gems are brilliantly represented. Mint Julep Quartz, Pistachio Diopside, Forest Green Sphecerite, and of course, Costa Smeralda Emeralds. Nature's greens are just as plentiful as the greens of spring. Their arrival signaling the start of beautiful colors.
Thank you. I'm looking for Angie. Ah, right up front. I like it. Make my job easy. Here you are. We're announcing the cut of the year.
The cut of the year is the pear shape. The pear shape offers a multitude of possible styles. Some collections feature a stunning pear-shaped center stone. Others are revealed in the shape of the design, while others are revealed in the wings of a butterfly or the petals of a clover.
Thank you. I'm staying over at Stephanie. Ah, right in front of me. There you are. There you are. Stephanie, the theme of the year.
Okay. Let's see. The theme of the year. Heavenly Halos. Levian breathes new life into the classic halo design with several innovative collections to accentuate the center stone as the center of attention. Collections include Gem Links, Baguette Frenzy, Taj Mahal, water lilies, and more.
And last but not least, James. Ah, there you are up front, my friend. How are you? You having fun? Good time?
Of course.
We get to finish it off with a bang here now.
Great.
All right. The feature of the year.
All right, the feature of the year is Phenomena Gems. This trend is about geometrically phenomena, from the play of color of Neapolitan opal to the beautiful mix of multicolored matrix and semi-transparent translucent body of peacock aquapraise, to the color-changing qualities of the Chatillon and Cat's Eye Alexandrite, to the ornate light in Levian's new launch of mood stones.
Thank you, James. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your 2020 Trends of the Year. If you're a client of ours, you got to get your hands on those. If you're an account of ours, you should have cases full of them for 2020. So on that note, I will turn it back over to Mr. Levian. Eddie?
You did a fantastic job, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to hear from me, so let's get started with the fashion show.
Ready for me? Fashion and fine jewelry come together in dramatic fashion on the runway. In this spectacular featuring the 2020 Levian jewelry trends and designer looks by Armarium, special appearances by Levian collectors Karen Corcoran, Stephanie McCann, and Felicia Ahmad, who will be modeling in today's show.
Man. Well, for those of you who have to leave, I understand. I apologize it dragged out tonight, but you know, it was our 20th anniversary and the program was a family program. So I appreciate for everybody who was with us. I appreciate the collectors, the stores, the family members, and everybody who came. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And for those of you who are able to stay behind, they have a follow-up act for you.
We have traveled land and sea, but as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be.